It's Sack & Co.
Well, having a secret account or hiding money from your significant other can cause major damage to a marriage, and the term is now being recognized as financial infidelity. Here with more information on the topic is financial expert. We have Robbin Itkin, and great to have you here. You and I were just talking that this is kind of almost a taboo subject when it comes to relationships. People just aren't comfortable really having this conversation, but define further financial infidelity. What exactly is it?
Sure. Actually, in my over 25 years of advising businesses and individuals, I kept seeing a pattern in some things of what they were doing, and I was talking to people about it and realized this is like infidelity, but it's a financial infidelity. It could be as crippling and devastating as sexual infidelity, and more so, because finances and understanding your finances requires a proactive effort by somebody and to be focused on their finances. And when you're having infidelity, meaning not being true to what your finances are, you can't do that, and everything falls apart. And I've categorized it into three types of infidelity.
Okay.
The first one is when you're not true to yourself. So someone is really in total denial about their finances, and this is very common. People think it's going to be okay, just that one more job I'll get will be fine, and one more acting job, one more job from a contractor, whatever it is, and it doesn't happen. And they don't really realize it, and they deny that they really have an issue that they should be dealing with. And that's devastating. The second one now involves other people too. It's where you're not truthful with your partner about your finances. So a partner may think because you're buying them fancy things and you drive a nice car, that things are all fine. But they don't know that really behind that is someone who's struggling terribly with finances.
Okay.
And then the third one, which is I think the most devastating, which really almost becomes fraud and not just a denial, but to actually have secret finances hidden or taken from another spouse, either hidden from or taken away from.
And what can these actions do to a relationship?
It can devastate a relationship, and I've seen it. I mean, I saw one relationship where the spouse, they were married for many years, the spouse was accumulating money from the other spouse who was giving money to just have, so they always have something, but what the spouse was doing with that money was buying a house, a separate house, furnished the house, really, and one day the spouse came back and it was emptied and the spouse had another house.
Whoa!
And then this spouse decided after that happened, maybe this wasn't so smart and wanted to get back together with the spouse that they did this to. And that's a real problem, because how do you trust somebody again who does that?
Exactly. It's just another example of that in a relationship you need to work together on all aspects.
Exactly.
And it's that whole trust factor.
Trust.
So give some advice. What are some good resources then for couples so they can learn to work together on financial issues?
Well, I think it's being obviously focused and proactive yourself, because you can't just think, gee, someone's going to show me a sign maybe that I should have known. I mean, maybe I should have realized when they said they were going out 2 nights a week to business meetings that they were doing something else. That's hard. It's really to be proactive and part of your spouse or significant other's life, right? What are the finances? People are afraid to talk about finances.
Yes.
It's taboo, and people don't get, prenuptial agreements because they're afraid it's going to affect the love. That's wrong. Because when the finance goes away, the love goes away real quickly, let me tell you, because they're very interrelated. So speaking to lawyers, financial planners, there's different programs and educational materials online about how to deal with your finances, but it's really important. It's really being truthful to yourself. We had a woman come into our office one day who was devastated. She had been engaged to someone she thought was extremely wealthy. She walked in with a ring that was huge. I mean, that was the first thing we all noticed is, my God, that ring is major rock. And the story she told us was they split up. He let her keep this incredible ring so she can go on her merry way and do stuff with the ring, and she had it appraised afterwards. It was a CZ, a cubic zirconium.
Oh my gosh.
So it wasn't worth anything. And so she was devastated. So not only was there a fraud in the relationship, but she was just relying on it. Yeah, you've got to be, look, we all want to love the person so much and trust them, and people are trusting, but you have to
This needs to be
ask.
a part of your relationship and your conversation regardless. Robbin, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your insight.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you.